Hi, I'm Alex Balekian, and this is the second installment of our Parents' Rights video series on issues that affect us in California and beyond. Today I'm going to talk about AB 665, the minor's consent to mental health treatment, as well as LAUSD's National Coming Out Week for its elementary schools. So first, AB 665, what this does is build on existing California law. Existing California law says that a minor, 12 years of age or older, can request mental health services from the state. If that happens, the state then contacts the parents to get consent. Now, there might be situations where the child is requesting mental health treatment because there is a danger in the home. There is abuse, there is incest, what have you. In those cases, the state says it's not safe for me to go get consent from the parents, and an exception is made. What AB 665 does is remove the need of the child to demonstrate a danger in the home, meaning now a 12-year-old can go to the state and say, I would like mental health services, I would like to be a ward of the state and kept in a government safe house. That child does not have to document, my parents are abusive, there is rape, there is incest, there is some sort of risk in the house. If the child says, I don't want my parents to know about this, the parents are not informed. Let's go back. When I was younger, if a child was upset at their parents, being grounded, what have you, that child would run away. The parents would be anxious beyond belief. They'd put their face out on a milk carton. Everybody would be looking for them. If the state found them, the state would notify the parents, even if the child ran away and was not happy at home. Now, a child who runs away from home, 12 years of age or older, says, I don't want to be back home with my parents. If the state finds that child, the state will not return that child to his or her parents if the child says, I don't want to go home, I want to be a ward of the state. I am a physician. Children do not have capacity to make medical decisions. They need an adult. They need an adult who knows them well. That is why you go to the parents. It is understandable that if there's a danger in the home, you don't go to the parents. But this law removes any requirement for the child to demonstrate danger. This is carte blanche for children to be upset with their parents, run away from home, and to be protected by the state. It's a terrible law. It will prey upon children who have mental illness, anxiety, who are impressionable, vulnerable, and it creates a partition that separates children from their parents. Again, children lack capacity to make medical decisions. Just because they're upset with their family and they say, I want to be divorced from my parents, you should not take that child at face value, and this is exactly what AB 665 does. Now let's move on to National Coming Out Week, held by LAUSD for elementary schools. If you look at the LAUSD offerings, they have a Queer All Year calendar, which shows how many different events they have. The events were too numerous, so I actually had to write them down. At the LAUSD calendar, in September there is Bi Visibility Day. In October there is National Coming Out Week, which we're about to enter. There's also National Pronoun Day. There is also Intersex Awareness Day. In November, there is Solidarity Week with the LGBTQ community. In November, there is also Transgender Awareness Week, as well as a separate Transgender Remembrance Day. In March, there's Transgender Visibility Day. In April, there is Lesbian Visibility Day. In May, there is the International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia. And finally, June, the entire month of June, is Pride Month. This is coming from a gay man. I didn't have any of this when I was going to school. I think this is excessive, unnecessary, and I'm asking myself, what exactly is the underlying reason for this, and what are we moving towards? Also, LAUSD. You have schools like West Hollywood Elementary School, where the math proficiency in the 5th grade is 60%. In the same district, Sunland Elementary School, you have 5th grade math proficiency that is 20%. If you have two separate schools in the same district that already have these disparities, West Hollywood Elementary, a predominantly white school, and Sunland Elementary, a predominantly Hispanic school, if you have this large disparity developing already by the age of 10 for these students, do you really need this many weeks, months taken away from bread and butter curriculum to teach them things that are arguably superfluous and unnecessary? What about Basic Algebra Week? What about Financial Literacy Week? What about basic grammar and punctuation week? You are not educating these children to the minimum degree. You are not preparing them to go out into the world and be productive, competitive workers. Yet you are indoctrinating them with what is arguably an excessive amount of time to things that even a gay person thinks are not required. And I cope just fine without it. Let us know what you think. Share this with your friends. If there are any specific topics you would like us to talk about, please reach out to us with a direct message. Thank you.